The 90s were a weird time for video games. It was a time where the entire industry except for Nintendo thought that more bits and processing power meant better games by default. While the idea behind that can be true, most companies failed miserably trying to accomplish this. Sega was one of its biggest culprits. With the 32X, Sega Saturn, and Sega CD all becoming throwaway consoles, Sega just couldn't compare to the quality of Sony and Nintendo at the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, all of these Sega consoles did have some great games on them. It's just that good games on these consoles were few and far between. Take the Sega CD for example, or as I like to call it, FMV land. When it comes to bad FMV games, no console even comes close to the shitstorm of Sega CD. There are so many that I plan on making a separate video about all the bad FMV games on this console, if you guys like and subscribe. And boy, there are a lot. But I'm not here to talk about the shitty FMV games. No. I'm here to talk about possibly the best FMV game of all time. Ladies and gents, I present to you Wirehead. Released September 1995 and published by MGM Interactive and developed by Code Monkeys. No, not Code Monkeys the show, although I love that shit. The Code Monkeys is the same company who brought you the best skateboarding game known to man. Tony Simpson Skateboarding. All joking aside, I think Wirehead may be their magnum opus. So what makes Wirehead so damn good? Quite a few things actually. But first, let's talk about the story. Now story-wise, Wirehead is a trip of an adventure. Meet Ned Hubbard, family man of two with a beautiful loving wife. Ned was in a tragic accident before we had the chance to meet him. So in order to save Ned's life, Dr. Ohan installed a remote brain controlling device. Don't ask. This device allows anyone to control Ned and gives us our reason as to why we are controlling someone's actions. Now because this brain controlling device is so state of the art, people want to kill or capture dear old Ned and figure out how it works so they can try to take over the world. So basically the game is one big chase scene and we are in control. Now let's talk about the controls. Most if not all FMV games have two forms of control. Simple and challenging to master, or balls to the wall batshit insanity. Wirehead controls like the former. No gimmicky systems here. You have 4 directions to press during each event with a punch and kick for very specific scenes. If you press the correct direction or button, you progress the game. Fail and you lose a bit of battery life and go back a few actions. Lose all of the battery energy and you have to restart from the last major checkpoint. You have 3 batteries in total to try and beat the game with. Lose all 3 batteries and it's game over, baby. Now, simplifying the controls may sound like a bad idea on paper, but by never making the game cheap or unfair, it results in a decent amount of replayability even if you can't get the directions right for the first try. Now adding a little bit to the mix are different routes that you can take in the game. For example, there are a few times where you'll have 2 or 3 different routes that can all progress the game. Like here, you have to choose between a wagon, a motorcycle, or a jeep. They all have the same results, but the hilarity of the FMVs means you're always in for a treat. Whether you're making mistakes or hitting the correct inputs in this game, it's super fun and super easy.
Are you trying to get us killed? What do you want me to do? Go right!
Now let's jump into the game. Our game starts on a regular day. The sun is shining, birds are chirping, and a mail lady is dropping off a package. Our boy Ned opens the door and... Yep, Ned has some badass kids. They're laughing at their dear old dad who's now as programmable as a universal remote. These kids should be the real villains. I mean, just look at how the son looks at his mom when she tries to scold him.
Lisa, I told you kids not to play with your father's controller.
Bitch! Like that boy ain't seen a real punishment in years. Anyways, Ned takes the package and after the mail lady looks like she wants a different route, we cut to Ned opening the package. Why, it's a VHS tape. But what's on the tape? Season 4 of the Dinosaurs? Part 2 of the Titanic? A porno?
They've tortured me.
Oh man,
Killed my nurse.
it's just a rerun of General Hospital. Oh wait,
I escaped.
it's Dr. Ohan,
I've got to go.
the one who put Wirehead
Get
back
in
together.
touch with you very soon. In the meantime, I've got someone watching over you with my controller. Good luck.
And that's how we get control. Uh-oh, someone's at the door. Hold on. Did Dr. Ohan send a VHS through the US mail only to have it perfectly arrive before the two bad guys showed up at his door with exposition? Dope.
My name is Frank Ross. This is my partner, Will Kramer. We're with the FBI. We'd like it if you'd come with us and answer a few questions, please. Why? About what? It's no big deal, just a few routine questions about Dr. Oha and his staff.
But I don't know where he is.
How did you know he disappeared? I have to go.
So Reject Thor and CSI Miami guys start chasing you through the home. And this is where it begins, baby. You run outside and make the first big decision. Skateboard, your daughter's bike, or the car. Sadly, only one of them works. Can you guess which one is the right one? If you guess car, logically you're right, but not in this game.
What were you thinking? You were gonna make a getaway in a family wagon?
If you guess the bike, funny, but no. Oh my God, did you see that tackle, Brian?
I sure did, Billy. Let's go to the replay.
Oh, he's gonna have thorns in his ass in the morning. That's right, it's the 90s, so of course the Tony Hawk choice is the way to go, baby. Hit a few turns here or there, and this is where you get your first real path choice. You can press right and go up the ramp, or just keep straight. The ramp way is a whole lot shorter, and all you gotta do is press up to complete a front flip and land in Kimberly. And all you have to do is press up to complete a front flip and land in Kimberly's Jeep from season 2 of the Power Rangers.
Shitty ass intro. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you show that fucking Jeep. Don't you fucking do it. It's the shitty intro. It's the shitty intro.
But for comedic purposes, we're taking the scenic route. So, as we're skateboarding through the hood, we hit a lady, steal her groceries, perform a front flip over a couch, then land back on our board, street luge underneath a lemonade stand while grabbing a cup of lemonade, and perfectly slide into a strangely placed airport shuttle. Yeah, I don't know what to say here. Except this game's amazing! Ned Hubbard is basically Danny Tanner from Full House mixed with James Bond. So you arrive at the airport and finish the lemonade. The bad guys are still on your tail, so you slide through the luggage claim and board the plane.
When's the next flight to LA? What? 3:15. Thank you.
What are you doing in here?
I was, just making sure my bags got on the plane.
No one is allowed in this room, sir. Now, I suggest you take your seat.
In modern times, that man would have been locked up faster than you can say Akon. So if you haven't noticed, whenever you're about to leave a non-controllable scene and are getting ready to enter a new one, on the bottom left of the screen you will see some random text. These texts indicate a few things, such as hints for the next input. Sometimes it'll say something like testosterone increase. meaning get ready to punch or kick, but it will always tell you when you can put down or pick up the controller before and after cutscenes. Just another neat feature that shows you that the developers of this game actually cared.
Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Hello?
Sally,
Ned, where are you? I've been worried sick.
the phone could be bugged. I'll explain later. Just listen. Remember that cabin we go to on summers when we first met?
Yes?
Go there. Grab the kids and leave the house right now.
Ned, are you okay? Remember the doctor...
Sally, go now. Right now. Trust me, we could be in a lot of danger.
Shouldn't I call the police?
No, don't talk to anyone. Don't tell anyone where you're going. I'll call you later.
So after Ned spends about $900 calling his wife on an airplane phone in the 90s, we meet our first female antagonist of the game.
No, not at all.
Hey, she's a looker though, eh? I'll save her name for when it pops up in the game. Trust me.
Sitting next to a fat man back there who snores like a water buffalo. You're not going to believe this.
What?
Airport security's just called. They think we might have a murderer on board. My name is Francis Mars, and yours?
Ned Hubbard.
Really? Aren't you the one that they call Wirehead? I read about you in the papers. Ned Hubbard. Would a Mr. Ned Hubbard please press the passenger call button? Ned Hubbard. I have an idea. Follow me.
We even get a choice to get it on with her in the bathroom. Oh yeah, baby.
Have you ever done it in the bathroom before?
No.
Too bad.
Why?
Because you'll never know how it feels.
What a tease.
Let's hide in here.
Anyways, you choose the other direction and hop out the plane using an inflatable raft as a parachute. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Well, I guess you can. Someone did, right? So you land in a river at the top of a waterfall. This might be the cheapest choice of the entire game. You have 3 choices: up, left, and right. The way it looks is not the way it is. Right and up both look like death. Left looks like the only option that doesn't send you off a cliff, and technically it is. Only problem is the cops are waiting for you, and you lose on the only choice that looks logical. The correct direction is up. Up? What happens when you press up?
Help me out!
That's right. You send him over the waterfall, only for him to fall on some branch. I don't know how you would figure that one out without trial and error. But it's one of the few choices that are not clear in this entire game. Anyways, you hop off the log and come face to face with a bear. Now we all know you're supposed to play dead when a bear's around. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but it's the 90s. So you hit down and play dead, allowing the bear to have his way with you. After you escape, you wind up in some random rural area. where they're having a hoedown. Yeah! So you stumble in and run into the restroom to change clothes. I don't know how, but this man finds a shirt and a hat in the bathroom. So after you change clothes and dodge the cops, you flirt with the two girls at the bar. And this is when the first when shit gets real moment happens.
Howdy.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it?
Oh, a store. General store.
Looks awfully familiar to me. Sure does.
Oh, yeah?
Sure does.
Sure does.
M-O-O-S-E. Moose. That's my hat. You know what we do with hat rustlers?
No?
So after you give Moose and his guys a good thrashing, you run outside and are caught by the police. Now there is no way to escape this part. In fact, if you mess up earlier, it will still cut to you arriving at the police station.
Good morning, Sheriff. I'm Laura Levin with the Times.
This is Laura Levin, and she's with the Times.
And gentlemen, we have a very serious
She has the
problem.
scoop and knows the two bad guys are on the way.
Killing a man that he didn't
But hold on for a second. I want to introduce you to these two cops.
kill. And the
These two are like the Bulk and Scully of this game, 100%.
I wouldn't worry your pretty little head about our prisoner, ma'am.
No, Sheriff, you just don't understand. These men are paid assassins. They're going to kill you, him, me, anybody to get to him.
Now, you listen here, little Miss Reporter. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but I know this. Our prisoner is safe. That's right.
Well, may I at least speak to the prisoner then?
Well, sure. I mean, hell, he ain't going nowhere.
Man, I love these guys.
Who are you?
I know who you are. I've met with Dr. Oha. He is safe, and he wants me to bring you to him now.
But I don't even know where
Look,
I am.
I don't have time to explain everything right now. Trust me. Act dehydrated. Excuse me. Gentlemen, are you trying to kill this man? He is going to die of dehydration.
Yeah, what?
He's going to die of thirst. Please, do something for him.
Oh, hell, Deputy. Get him a drink.
Please. Get ready.
Here for your dehydration.
Open the cell. Open the cell.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, little lady.
You open that cell door right now or I'm gonna blow your redneck head off.
So Laura tricks one of the guards to getting close enough for her to grab his gun. She grabs it and forces him into the open cell to let Ned out. Then puts two of the cops in the cell. I just wanted to explain that scene to you guys because this is what happens when you fail.
Sheriff, I don't know who this woman is.
I am trying to save you.
Like getting us both killed? You're in a lot of trouble now, young lady. You get in there. Go on, go on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, how about that?
No.
Who are you?
I told you,
You
we
don't
didn't
just
have
grab
time, and now
up.
we're both in
That
Let's
man
go
was
now.
law
Put your
enforcement. You
hands
don't take his
down.
gun.
Officers, Frank Ross, FBI.
Oh.
Prisoner giving you any trouble?
Well, this lady just tried to bust him out of jail.
Well, I guess we better take her, too.
Sheriff, these guys are imposters. Look at their ID. Call the FBI. Check it out.
His delusions are getting worse.
The nearest field office is 45 minutes away.
Luckily, we were in the neighborhood.
Oh, really? Where is your authorization?
It's not necessary.
Then you won't mind if I make a quick call.
Said it's not necessary.
Yeah. Anyways, you escape through the back and stumble upon three vehicles, and one of the only real choices in the game that can differ. Wagon to the left, motorcycles up, Jeep to the right. Now when I was playing this game for the first time, I thought that you couldn't choose any option. I thought that the motorcycle was the only choice that worked. I tried the other ones, but for some reason I couldn't get through the routes. I'd fail each time no matter how many times I tried. So I always picked the motorcycle choice. Little did I know, you can actually choose all three and each of them work. But again, let's take the scenic route. So you take the Jeep on this long chase through the woods, avoiding the cops left and right, through mountains, through trees. Right here is where the game shows its true value. They had to have shot so many different scenes for this to work. The amount of extra that is laid into this game is insane.
Look here, Bernie, we got him now. We got him now.
I think we lost him.
Yeah.
So you and Laura finally arrive at some hole-in-the-wall hotel. Ah, we get to meet Dr. Ohan and get a little lore as to what is happening and why this lady is chasing us.
So, has my friend been taking care of you?
What is going on, Doctor? Why are these people chasing me?
They're after you because of the operation.
What do you mean?
Well, after the accident, I reconnected your brain with electrodes. And now you're quite normal.
Well, don't know if I'd say that.
Great. It's normal, except why are these people trying to kill me?
Oh, they don't care about you. They want what's in your brain.
Brain control. It's the dream of every fascist dictator in the world.
And we got one of the worst after us, Dr. Akabo Slitkon and his thugs.
Those two feds.
And the woman, well, she's the most dangerous of all. They call her Heels because of the stiletto shoes she wears. It's the last thing anyone ever sees.
Her name is Heels.
Yeah, I saw them. Well, that's great. What are we gonna do?
Well, the first thing we can do...
Guys, the only way we can clear this thing is to get the story to my editor. The second this thing hits the front page, you two are safe.
And you get your story.
Do you have a better idea?
I love this scene.
Who is it?
House cleaning.
Come back later. It's really not a good time for us right now.
Sorry, must do house cleaning now.
Look at how fast they take off. Damn, she got an Uzi now? Dr. Ohan looking like a spring chicken. Now here's another huge different path you can take. You can either fail while driving the car and be sent to the evil Dr. Octopus, or you can succeed and it will skip all of it and put you ahead to the next car chase. But you know us, we're doing the scenic route.
Hey, Slip Guy, look, I delivered the merchandise. Now payday, huh?
All right. Bring him in.
Come on, let's get this thing over with.
All in good time, my dear. Brain surgery is one thing. Knowledge extraction quite another. Isn't that right, Dr. Rosa?
You will learn nothing from us, you filthy butcher!
You butcher!
We'll see. Put him on the table.
Get on the table.
Oh my god, can we see that again? This man knocks bootleg Thor into the next Avengers movie. So they start running through this factory place, only to be cornered. And what happens? This man is a murderer, and we're controlling him. That means we're the murderers. Can I go to jail? So you run and find your way back to the Just Married car. Here's where you would have skipped to if you didn't crash and meet Dr. Octopus. You do a little car chase and... I don't know if that can happen. But it's the 90s, so I'll allow it. Anyway, so you escape the factory and find out that they have your family being held hostage at the shipyard. They only want Dr. Ohan, and Dr. Ohan looks like he doesn't want to give himself up.
I'll give them what they want. They don't need you.
Are you crazy? Do you really think that Slick Khan is just going to say, "Oh, thank you very much," and let you walk away? No, he's going to kill you and anybody that knows anything about this operation.
I should have never gotten you involved in this.
But Laura, the strong reporter that she is, decides that this needs to end by Wirehead's hands. My hands.
All right, Sam told me where they are. You and I will go to the shipyard and rescue your family.
You arrive at the shipyard, take down a few baddies, then this happens.
That little rat's starting to get to me. When I get my hands on that little freak, I'm personally gonna rip his eyes out. I'm gonna take that wire. Hey, you watch me.
I always thought that was so amazing. Thor just brushes him off like, I'm an Avenger now.
Hey, you watch me.
CSI Miami.
Hey, you watch me.
Man, your breath stink.
Hey, you watch me.
So you continue your Splinter Cell espionage through the ship, and Discount Miguel Prado is hunting for you.
When are we gonna go home?
Shut up, kid. Or I'll feed you to the fish.
And watching the kids at the same time?
Okay, come here.
So now that you know where the kids are, Laura has a brilliant idea. Seduce the stupid man away from his post and catch him slipping.
Hey, Brad, look at this.
Woo! You see how he hits the first dude? That shit looks like a rubber fire extinguisher. I bet that shit hurt. Alright, so you save your family and now it's time to get out.
Come on, Ned, we gotta go while we still got the chance.
Just like a wife, she asked the real questions.
She's a reporter. Come on, we have to move, everybody.
Come on, kid.
On your way out, you run into Heels again, but this time... power in numbers, baby! Ned's family has some cojones.
Whole family, huh?
Check out this bootleg Rocky from Three Ninjas. Bye-bye, Thor. Now that your family is safe, it's time to end this.
Where's Dr. Oha and the police?
We can't wait for them right now. We gotta get out of here. Slickcon's gonna get us.
I don't want to put my family in any more danger.
Don't you understand? He's after you, not your family. They should take the car and go to the police. You and I have to get to my editor. It is your only chance.
Sally, are you all right driving that Cadillac?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
We arrive at the docks and hop in the first motorized boat that we find. That's right, baby. Chase time. We're out here dodging bad guys like Barry Sanders. Jumping over ramps like James Bond in 007. All to get another awesome set of choices which all work. But for the video, we're gonna take the fish truck.
Let's take the fish truck.
You have to listen to anything I say.
Nice.
Now it's time for a ride, baby. Going up and down ramps, almost running people over. I love it. I just like to think of the production that went into this game. Must have taken some time and money to do all of this.
Are you crazy? Put off those wipers, please.
We even get to turn the truck into a convertible. Destroy a car and break through a small store. All to get to the Times, which is the newspaper company Laura is working for.
Can't believe we made it.
Yeah.
Not so fast. I believe we have some unfinished business to attend to.
Is there a problem here, Miss Levin?
The game is over, Slickcon. Give it up. Charlie, throw that man out of here.
Yes, ma'am, sir. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to...
Oh shit, he shot Charlie! You bastards!
I'm gonna have to...
Look at Laura's face when it happens. Someone get this girl an Oscar.
The game is never over, my dear. Would you like to come with me, or shall we finish things right here?
To answer your question, Dr. Sleet Khan, I think we should end everything right now.
Finally, someone called the cops. Thank you.
That was for me. Sally?
Oh snap, Ned's growing up on us.
Everybody
Who needs
come
to
on.
be controlled?
2 hours if I'm gonna make that deadline.
Now it's finally over. We can rest.
To the hospital.
Miss Lemon, you can't go in there.
What are you trying to do to me?
Sam, I am so sorry I didn't call you back sooner.
Where have you been?
Almost everywhere.
Look, the mayor has called me, the chief of police has called me. You have given me more trouble in one day than I've had in 40 years at this paper.
Sam, you don't understand. This is Dr. Oha, and this is Ned Hubbard, the infamous Wirehead.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
Oh snap, it's Heels. Back for one final fight. She performs a Vulcan grip on this poor unsuspecting brother and proceeds to get her ass whooped. Did she pull out the Jim West knife on the boot?
Not bad for a Wirehead.
Oh my god, did we just kill Heels? That bus fucked her up. His kid's response?
Wow, Dad, that was awesome.
We have scarred this family for life. He is a murderer 2 times over, and now his kids witnessed it.
Ned.
All right, I'm all right. Is she dead?
Not yet. She has a very bad head injury. I think I can save her. Call an ambulance.
Never mind.
Why, Doctor? She's been trying to kill us.
There's good and evil in everyone. It's just a matter of what buttons you push.
So what are you saying? You're gonna wire her up like you did him?
Actually, a little better. I have some new technologies that will increase her performance and response time considerably.
Great. Just what we need, a female Wirehead.
She's being rewired as we speak, and we're hoping to get her a little bit more on the side of law enforcement in the future. Next question.
But how did you get away?
I had a little help. Somebody who basically saved my life. Thanks again. It was great talking to you. My family's waiting for me. I'd like to try to relax and just get back to normal. Thank you.
So there's gonna be a Wirehead 2 sequel? Yes! A woman-based Wirehead FMV game where she is in law enforcement. It would be an incredible experience. But sadly, Wirehead only got one game. So that, ladies and gents, is Wirehead. An amazing FMV game on the Sega CD that was glossed over by pretty much everyone. But the production value and the quality of the actual scenes and the special effects and the amount of time they must have taken to make this FMV game makes it worthwhile to at least play one time if you're a big fan of FMV games. This was just one of the Wirehead routes, and it's not even the wackiest either. I'll save that for another video like I was saying before. Oh, before I go, you're probably wondering, Baki, what happens when you fail or make mistakes in the game? Well folks, I have saved majority of the fails as a final compilation for you guys. So thank you guys all so much for staying through the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the little blooper reel I made. You guys be safe out there. This has been the first episode of Retro Rewind. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.